your views matter.
Hello everybody. Assalamualaikum, Sastakal, Namaskar to all the listeners. This is Attorney Shah Peerally, and I wish everybody Eid Mubarak belated. I think 2 days later, but for all those celebrating, I really wish all of them Eid Mubarak. And today I have Michael on the board with me. Thank you, Michael, for being here. And we're going to have a great show talking about different issues, and we will be opening the line. Before I start, anything I'm going to tell you today is my opinion. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. The number to the studio today, 510-657-1170. 510-657-1170. And also, if you want a private consultation, 510-742-5887. 510-742-5887. That's the number to our office. The website, attorneyonair.com. Since we already have a bunch of callers waiting, so Michael, let me take some of them. This is Shah Peerally. Hello.
Hello. Oh, hi.
Hello.
Shah.
Hi. How are you?
Mayur. Yeah.
Hi, Mayur. How are you?
Thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah. So, I have a basic question that California is a very labor-friendly state. So, can I quit a job without any notice given to my employer?
Well, technically yes, but that's more employment law. But usually, if they put something on your contract, then it's good that you respect that, because that will be bad for you in the future.
But then it is 2 months notice, so I don't think so anyone will do that.
That's kind of a little bit unreasonable. I'm not an employment law lawyer. To be honest with you, it won't affect your immigration. So the good news is that immigration will not be affected by it. However, they can always come back and say, oh, you didn't respect that. But most of the time, it's very hard to implement such a long term. But what I would recommend, if it is a big company and they have the reputation of giving a hard time to people, then you might want to check with an employment law lawyer just to make sure that they don't come back for civil charges. What they can do, the worst, is ask you for damages, not really for...
But then damages would be, it would be out of turn, or it will be just... whatever the notice to your salary.
Okay. No. Damages means basically if they sue you, whatever the court decide, unless they are already kind of what we call stipulated damages on the contract. So if there's something that is stipulated or something that is liquidated, we call it liquidated damages. So that means, let's say for example, there is an amount that has been decided, then if it is not unreasonable, you might have to pay that. But if it is kind of exorbitant, then most of the time in California, they can't really uphold it. But again, like I say, it's a case-by-case basis. Usually most companies don't win.
It does matter? If it is companies in New Jersey, I'm living here, so it does matter?
Yes, it does, because then you have to look on your contract. It will tell you what is the law that controls it. You will see in the contract. If there's something in New Jersey, I cannot really answer you because I'm not licensed there. Immigration law is federal. I can answer people all over the U.S., but when it comes to employment law, then it sticks to the state. So if they're in New Jersey and on the contract it said governing law, you will see on the bottom usually governing law is so-and-so state, then you might want to check there, because then you won't be governed by California. But if say governing law is a place where you're working, etc., and then you're working in California, then you go back to California. But usually they will have a governing law, and they will precisely state the state which controls the case. New Jersey is not very friendly, not like California. So you might want to check. But 2 months is kind of too much. So you might have to pay a little damage. So if in case it's New Jersey, I would recommend you call an attorney who's licensed there and ask them if they can come after you. Now, as for immigration side, they cannot do much. All they will do is cancel your H-1B, which actually as long as you file your transfer beforehand, you won't have any problem. But when it comes to the...
No, but then if they file any lawsuit, then it is too much trouble? I mean, or it is just...
It's not trouble. It's not. The only trouble is money. They harass you until they get money with you, but they
then money-wise also, I mean, I am a very low salary person, so he can charge me, I mean, more than...
well, that's the court to decide, right? It's up to the court to decide. So if the court believes, they have to be paid a certain amount because you breached your contract, then but usually the court will not ask something too exorbitant because they cannot kind of go back and speculate on the damages also. You can only kind of claim, but it's case by case. So if it is a contract that is controlled by New Jersey, I would recommend you talk to, because I heard a lot of people in New Jersey got into trouble because the judges tend to side with the employer. So you might want to check on that. But California, most of the time, they don't win. And that's just my experience. I might be wrong on that. But the only thing I can confirm on immigration side, which is my area, they cannot do much to you.
Yeah. Thanks, Shah, for a lot of information. Yeah, thank you.
No problem, my friend. I'm so sorry. This is not really my area when it comes to litigation. Plus litigation. But then let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air. Hello. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to call the lines, studio lines, 510-657-1170. 510-657-1170, and that's the number to the studio today. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you want to have a private consultation, call our office, 510-742-5887. 510-742-5887. It seems like the Department of Labor and the Department of Homeland Security is going to change the way they calculate the visa availability. As you know, the visa bulletin comes out every month, and they say they are now going to calculate it more precisely. The question, will that be to the advantage of those who have been waiting for years, especially from India and China, or is it going to get worse because nothing really good news have come out lately? But we have to wait and see and how things are going to unfold. We have to test few on the next visa bulletin. We have to test it, and then we will have a better idea how they're going to start. But they mentioned in one of their press release that they will be changing the way they calculate that. And again, we'll have to wait and see what they're talking about here. Is it going to be good news or bad news? We're hoping it's going to be some good news, but until we see, we won't know. And at this point in time, the chart 1 is still reading April 2009, 19 April, and EB2. And EB3, of course, is going faster. And a lot of people call me and ask, hey, what is going to happen on EB3? Is it going to move faster? Well, my answer is probably yes. This is what most lawyers are saying. It seems like EB3 is going to move for the next at least 4 or 5 years, probably faster than EB2. But again, everybody might be wrong on this because this is just kind of a calculated prediction. It's not an exact science. We get it approximately, but oftentimes when we look at the trend, we get an idea. However, again, the same problem that we've seen back in the days. I remember people will say 75 years to get for your EB3 to move, but that's not the case. We saw a great movement on EB3 and it keeps moving. So you should not just be sticking to those predictions completely. I think we have another caller, right, Michael? Let me take the caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yes, go ahead.
I had a question, and this is actually my friend suggested that I should talk to you regarding EB1A. He said that you are a big proponent of EB1A, and my question was that one thing is I really thought that EB1A was meant for really, really extraordinary people, and second, if I really think that I have a few good things about my profile, how can I approach you at least to have the first screening and see if it takes some time to build the case and stuff like that?
Okay, definitely. Very, very good question. Thank you for calling us. Yes, indeed, we have been very, very good with EB1A. with a very, very high success rate. I'm just hoping in the past, especially 1.5 years since Sharif joined our office, we have been able to put our brains together, and pretty much I am amazed myself because we have a very, 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 very high success rate. Having said that, one of the things, I don't know if you had a chance to listen to some of our previous shows, which by the way is on YouTube and my YouTube channel. We talk about EB1A, the approach we take on it. We don't take the regular approach that you see most lawyers do, because most people will go by the checklist. What we go is by the law, so by the statute itself. What we have done, first of all, it's not that you have to be really like a Nobel Prize winner to get an EB1A. In fact, most of our clients don't even have a PhD. Some don't even have publications. And we still get the EB1A done. What they're looking for, two things. You have to be outstanding. That means you have to be not like the regular person. At least you have to be a little bit different than other people. And number two, what you do has to benefit the United States. Even though it's not really in the law, it is kind of understood in the law. So if we know, and again, the way we craft it is more like doing an artistic work, painting doing a painting, because we take all this data and then we try to find that unique thing you have and try to push it. Now, your second question, how can we assess it? Feel free just to give a call to the office or email me your resume. You can email it at Shah, S-H-A-H, at peerallylaw.com, PEERALLYLAW.com, and I'll be glad to do an assessment for you, and we'll tell you what are your chances. And again, I have many clients who come to us after other lawyers tell them it's impossible. We still get it done. But we have other clients who come to us thinking that, hey, their case is very strong, and then we tell them no, because the way we approach it is very different. So the best
exactly. I mean, that's exactly the reason I said, because I think there are a few good points, but you can tell me from your experience whether they are, I mean, it's good enough, or maybe we can decide to spend another 6 months to build, maybe plug in some holes.
Yeah, it's also about crafting the letter, right? Crafting the petitioner's letter is the secret. It's like having the ingredients will not cook the food. You need to have the good cook. And this is where we come in. So what we'll do, just do that. Give me a call at the office, 510-742-5887, and email me a copy of your resume, shah@peerallylaw.com or info@peerallylaw, PEERALLYLAW.com. Let me do an assessment. Okay. And for anybody who are interested in doing that, I'll be glad to do it for them. Okay?
Fantastic. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Good luck to you, sir. Thank you so much. And this is a very interesting point, and hopefully I'll have Sharif maybe next week talking about EB1 again. I apologize. So thank you very much for listening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Attorney Shah Peerally, and today we are live. We are May 6, 2019, and you can call live. The number to the studio, Michael, I think is 510-657-1170, 510-657-1170, and also if you want to do a private, Michael is confirming me, the number is right, and the number to our office is 510-742-5887, 510-742-5887, and we were talking a little bit about the visa bulletin, some kind of predictions. Where are we going to go? Well, this is what the USCIS have announced, right? They have announced that they will kind of change it a little bit, the way they calculate that. I have not really analyzed how they're going to be doing it, but they are trying to predict a different cut-off date, etc., etc. So we'll have to wait and see on the fluctuations, etc., how they're going to implement that. And they went on and on with a lot of mumbo jumbo, but bottom line, we might see a change in the system, so we have to wait and see. So ladies and gentlemen, feel free to call. I think we have some callers, right, Michael? Let me take another. This is Shah Peerally, you're live on air.
Hey, thanks for taking my call here.
You're welcome.
I have a question. So we are citizens and trying to sponsor green card for my in-laws here. So they finished the biometrics and waiting for the interview. So the question here is, what are the odds of going out of the country and coming back, or how do we handle this situation?
Okay. Are they inside the U.S.? You did a change, an adjustment of status, right?
Yeah, right. They are still here with us.
Okay. Did you file a re-entry permit for them?
No, they came in Vista Visa.
No, I mean, did you file an advance parole? I'm sorry. Did you file an advance parole?
No, not yet.
Form I-131?
Not yet. So we are waiting for the interview. So we are thinking
okay.
there are possibilities of going
that
back.
means until you get the interview, they cannot leave the country. Because if they leave it, the case will be abandoned. They won't be able to come back. The only time they can leave and come back, they have to have what we call an approved I-131 form, which is an advance parole. So right now, until they get their green card, they cannot leave.
Okay,
or if they get an advance parole, one of the two, whichever comes first.
Yeah, is the advance parole is quick to get, or is there any intricacies?
No, it's not quick, unfortunately. They take like 100 days, 120 days. And that's one of the advice I always tell the clients, always file it when you file the case itself. Because what happens, if you file it together, then anyway there's no additional fee to do it, so you might as well do it, because oftentimes, especially for elderly people, they get bored to wait here. They want to travel, right?
Yes,
because they want to see their friends. They're more used to India than or another country rather than here. So it's always good to file that, because then suddenly if they want to leave, then the case will be processed. You will have to transfer the case to the National Visa Center, which is more work. So right now at this point, you can file the form I-131 just to be on the safe side, because we don't know if the green card might be delayed. And until it's approved, they cannot leave. Or if the green card is approved, they get the green card, then they can leave and travel. Whichever comes first, they can use. Okay.
But after the interview, they can go, or they have
No. After the interview, if the advance parole is approved, yes. If not, then they have to wait for the green card.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. And if you need help, just give me a call. We'll be glad to help you. 510-742-5887. Okay. Good luck to you. Wish you all the best. Let me take another caller, Michael. This is you 11 a.m. Hello.
Oh, hi, Shah. Just a quick question.
Yes.
I tuned in a little late. You may have already answered this.
Go ahead.
What's happening about H4EAD these days?
No, I have not answered it, because I myself am getting it's becoming almost comical. I don't know how to put it, because they are kind of playing a game which nobody's. I personally, I'm pretty much a great kind of follower of the H4EAD, but they are expected to take it away, but at the same time they're expected to get a lot of lawsuit or getting stuck. So my calculation basically, and I might be wrong, is that they will probably, even if they try to take it away, it won't go away that soon. So our hope is that it will stick here for at least a couple of more years, and at the same time, for those who already have it, will probably be able to enjoy it. So I know there was an article coming out, but that article pretty much said the same thing we have been saying. So I don't see really anything new, except they updated their system saying, yeah, they are in the process of removing the H4EAD, etc. But I don't have any updates that they have taken it away, which pretty much they have not. People are still applying, still getting it. And our hope is that they will get enough lawsuit and their head, they won't be able to take it away. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Good luck to you. And as soon as I get any kind of updates on H4EAD, I will probably post it on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Shah Peerally Law. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. And you can call anything, anything regarding immigration, including adjustment of status, parents petition, spouse petition, I-140, labor certification, you name it. Wherever I'll be glad. Whenever I'll be able to answer, I'll be glad to answer. And again, everything I'm telling you right now is purely educational. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. And the number to our law firm, 510-742-5887, and the website, attorneyonair.com or peerallylaw.com. So, and then again the number to the studio, 510-657-1170. 510-657-1170. This is Attorney Shah Peerally, and we are live today. It's May 6, 2019, and we are discussing about immigration law, and we'll be here for the next 15 to 20 minutes. So feel free to call if you have any questions. And we were talking a little bit about the visa bulletin and what are the predictions. Well, it's not great for EB2, unfortunately. It will keep moving, but at a very, very slow pace, like every month, maybe 3 weeks max, or even 1 month. But it will keep moving forward, hopefully. We might see some changes, some boost by October, the new fiscal year, but what we are hoping there will be no retrogression. I don't know if you remember, suddenly we had those huge retrogressions coming. Plus now they announced that they're going to change the way they calculate it. Let's hope this is going to be helpful, unless it's not helpful. So we will have to wait and see. Now, the other thing I wanted to discuss about with people is a lot of people, I think last time we talked about that, the INA 221G, the administrative processing where people get stuck abroad, and people have also been asked to fill other forms, etc., and we are seeing a lot of cases where people have a very good valid H-1B, they've been traveling for years, and then suddenly they go for stamping, they get stuck. And we talked about that, I think, last week. We talked a little bit about the situation where basically people don't have a choice, and then while they're getting stuck there, in the meantime they lose their job, and by the time they come back to them, there's nothing to hold on the H-1B. Many issues there. There are no immediate solutions. One of them I will recommend, if it's an H-1B, for example, ask your company to contact a congressman and see if they can help you. Number two, you can always, some people have tried that. It's called the writ of mandamus, but that has to be filed by the company, and most of the companies are not willing to do that. Writ of mandamus, what it does, only thing it does, it pushes them to give an answer on your case. Doesn't mean they have to give a positive answer, okay? So it's only thing they're doing is giving you an answer on the case. So it's an option when you're inside the U.S., but it's not a great option when you're outside. Sometimes the only people who will have jurisdiction or standing to sue will be the company, because number one, the H-1B, for example, belongs to the company, and number two, if you try to file it on your own, they will dismiss it. So, and also writ of mandamus, we are telling people to be very cautious on it, because once you do that, you open a can of worms where they will investigate every single thing, and if by chance there was a small mistake and they still approve the case, they might come back and take away the case. So be careful with that option. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about different things. Number one, we talk about the visa bulletin. Then the second part, we talk about what we call the 221G, administrative processing, basically where cases get stuck, and what are the options. Another options, of course, is withdraw and refile, depending on the case, if you've been waiting too long. And it's a case-by-case basis. There's no general answer. Another thing I wanted to point out to all of you, whenever you're traveling back, let me explain how a visa works, because a lot of people confuse the stamp on their passport and their I-94. The role of a visa or stamp on the passport is to bring you to the airport or the port of entry. At the port of entry, an immigration officer will check that. If they are satisfied, they give you what we call a status, which is the I-94 usually. What happens when you're outside the country to reach that airport at the United States, the stamp on the passport is what controls. But once you're inside the United States, it's the I-94 that controls. So that means even if the dates are on the visa stamp on your passport is expired, as long as you entered before that and they give you a valid I-94, is the years which are on the I-94 is what's going to determine your time you will be able to stay in the U.S. legally. So now there's a glitch. Since it used to be when they give you the I-94 at the airport, they will put a stamp of the dates you're allowed inside the U.S. on your passport. However, now they do that sometimes, but oftentimes they don't do it either. So what happens, you have to go online as soon as you enter to, they have this portal, I think it's the I-94 from the State Department, and they give you the link. You go in there, you punch in your passport and your name, you will get the dates that you're allowed to stay in the United States. I repeat that, the dates is on that website. Now, one of the things people forget is that they don't check because they think, for example, people have an H-1B approved at 797 that goes up to 2021, right? So when they come back in their mind, they think they got on the I-94 till 2021, but that might not necessarily be true because a lot of people who have their passport expiring, like for example, let's say your passport expires in 2020, when you come at the airport, they might not give you they will not give you an I-94 that goes to 2021, even though your H-1B 797 says 2021. And when you enter this way and you get a 94 at the airport, the I-94 is what's going to control. That means even if your receipt has an I-94 that goes to 3 years, 4 years, no, it doesn't go 4 years, but this one, the one that you get at the airport is what's going to control. That's why you have to go on the website and double check, because sometimes they also make mistakes. And if you don't do this, what will happen, suddenly you'll find yourself out of status without even knowing what to do, and especially when it comes to your passport ending. One of the options when this happens, let's say for example you come back, you have a 797A, an approval notice for H-1B that goes to 2021, and then you're coming back, your passport expires in 2020, they give you an I-94 at the airport which is valid only to the date of the passport. So what you do next, when you find that out, as soon as you enter, you get yourself a new passport. You go to your respective embassy, you go and get a new passport, and then you go and see, you might be able to call the CBP office and ask them to please extend it. Unfortunately, they used to do that, but unfortunately they are very reluctant to do that now. Number two, you can go ahead and actually file for what we call an extension. After that, then, because you have to carry the I-94 pretty much to be able to stay in the U.S. So, and the third option, of course, you can always get the new passport, travel outside, come back, and you will get your date up to the date which is on the 797 usually. So all these are very important because I get a lot of calls, people not realizing it, they end up by having already lost their status for a long time, and then now they're stuck. And even if you go to the CBP office, and they probably will not correct it, and you won't be able to do an extension. The only option will be to leave the country and come back to get a new I-94, because the way the rule works, for I-94 to continue, you have to be on a valid status. So Michael is telling me to give the phone number again if people want to call, 510-657-1170. 510-657-1170, and this is Attorney Shah Peerally, where we are live today, May 6th, not May, I keep saying May, June 6th, 2019, and I really apologize. This is a show, it's on June 6th. I think that's why we're not getting callers, Michael, because I keep saying May. We are in June 6th, 2019, and we are live. And this is Attorney Shah Peerally, and if you need any help, you can call our office, 510-742-5887. And again, the studio lines is 510-657-1170. 510-657-1170. And I stand corrected. We are in June. I totally forgot. Months change. June 6, 2019. And this is Attorney Shah Peerally discussing about immigration law. And Michael, I don't know how much time we're left. Please let me know. So I'll go ahead and continue with that passport issue because it's a major issue. A lot of people come back and they think whatever is on their 797 I-94, which they got before they left, is what is their actual date. The actual date is a date they give you at the airport. It's called the last action rule, whichever comes last. And in this case, by you entering, it becomes lost. Now, if you file an extension, after that extension gets approved, goes to 2021, 2022, then this is what is going to control the case. So, very, very important. Make sure you go online, go on the website for the I-94. You just Google it. It's on the State Department website, on the CBP website. I'm sorry. And they will actually, you punch in your passport and your name, you will get the dates when your I-94 expires. And this is major, because without that, you're going to see yourself in trouble suddenly, and you won't be able to fix it sometimes. Let me take another caller, Michael, and then we'll a little bit more about that. This is Shah Peerally, you're live on air. Hello.
Hey, this is Shailesh. Thanks for taking my call, and thanks for a great show. I've been using your services for a while. And I have a question about EB1 and processing in National Benefit Center. So my EB1 got approved in November last year, and we all were done with our fingerprinting and everything in February of this year. But for some reason, when I see our case was transferred to National Benefit Center, and since then, it's been there for a while. Now, neither the EAD has come in or the travel authorization has come in, and 485 is very far. So if I compare the timelines, National Benefit Center is having far significantly lengthier timelines compared to other service centers. So do you have any idea that how does this thing get processed in National Benefit Center, and what do they do which takes so long over there compared to like Nebraska or any other place? I'll take your answer.
Well, that's a $1 million question. But let me ask you a question before you go. When did you file your adjustment of status? What date?
Adjustment of status was in February, first week of February 2019.
Okay. So you're still kind of in the timeline. It takes around 6 to 8 months most places. The benefit center doesn't have an issue, but usually sometimes they will send the case there if they want to do another background check. So it's very hard to tell, but it's pretty much the timing is well, if their background check doesn't clear, that means they have not got enough information they want to hold, then the case might go for 1.5 years. Otherwise, within 8 to 9 months, you should get an interview and your green card around that same time. So right now, you are still like 3 months. You're still in okay shape, and the case going to the National Benefit Center is kind of... did you file to a lawyer or you filed on your own?
No, I filed with your firm.
Oh, you filed with me. Okay. So then I'll check it for you. I'll check it for you. But at least we know we are happy that you got your EB1. But you will have to wait a little bit, because it's taking around 8 months for most cases. Because now they do those extensive. Because remember, adjustment of status is done through what we call the part the adjustment of status is done is for you. They're checking on you. They check if you don't have any ties to any groups, and if your name matches some kind of database, you see yourself going to a secondary kind of look at it, etc., etc. But the average time we're seeing is 6 to 8 months. So you're still within that time. You should be okay. But it doesn't make any big difference. It's just they set up the center sometimes to do some extraordinary background check. Okay?
All right. Thanks a lot, Shah.
Good luck to you. Good luck. And thank you so much for calling. Give me a call if we can talk to. Can I take let's take the next call, Michael. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on here.
Hi, this is Shubhra. So my question is actually, I'm on H1, and my H1 extension, the 6-year extension, is ending in October. In my, my employer is filed for the firm just now. And do you think the firm and the I-140 would get approved till then, or I have to go on H4? And if I on H4, yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Let me answer this first part of the question, and then you ask me the second one. Okay, you said the case has just been filed. You have already filed the form ETA 9089, or now they're starting the process?
Now they're starting the process. We hadn't filed.
Yeah, then it's going to be difficult to get approved around that time, because we're already we are in June, not almost. and June, July, August, September, October, 4 months, you won't get it. So, because by the time they run, even to get the shortest time usually takes to even file it is around 4 to 5 months. Then after filing, it takes another 4 5 months, up to like sometimes 8 months to get an approval of the labor certification.
The perm approval?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But the I-140 goes faster. Once the perm is approved, you can premium the I-140. You'll get it in 2-3 weeks. But but the second part itself, the first part itself is what takes most of the time. So at this point, what will happen? Yes, I will recommend that you move to H4. And the question you probably ask, can you be on H4 and also file for have your perm going on? The answer is yes, because H4 is a dual intent visa, just like H1B, so you don't have to worry. But yeah, probably you'll have to move to H4, unless some kind of miracle. I don't think you will be able to get it on time.
But to move to H4, do I have to like travel out of US, or is it okay?
No, you can do it from here. What you do before the H1 expires, like few days before, 1 week before, mail your form I-539 and I-539A for change of status. And if your husband has an I-140 approved, I also recommend filing for the H4 EAD just in case you need it.
Okay.
So, and if you need help, we can help you with those. 510-742-5887. If you do it before the H1 expires, you are safe and you should be able to stay. Now, if you pass that date, you can. Now, the only problem with this is that when you file it this way, it takes like 3-4 months, sometimes 5 months to get it. But if you really want to jump on the H4 quickly, which is not necessary in your case, there is no purpose to do that. Now, if you leave the country, you come back on H4, that's pretty much instant if you go and get your stamp. That you will get it. But you don't have to leave the country as long as it is filed on time before the H1 expires.
Oh, okay. That should be good. So I should file my H4 just before the H1 expires, and rather I could file an H4 EAD also, right?
Yes. If your husband has an I-140 approved, yes.
Yes, he has.
I highly recommend doing it. Even you don't use it, I'm telling people whoever get a chance to take H4 EAD and they need it, take it, because we are thinking, and I might be wrong again. I'm thinking actually that they will probably not be able to take the EAD approved or the one that was filed up to the date of expiry. So that means if later on you don't want to move to H1, you can always use the H4.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
That should be good. Thank you so much for your help. Bye-bye.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you, Subha. And Subna, right? So, thank you so much for calling. And I wanted to thank all the callers, because any callers more, Michael? This is Shah Peerally, you live in here? Hello? Okay. So we don't have more callers, and I don't know if I'll be able to take I think one more caller, but let me talk a little bit about now the other area of law that we deal with is debt settlement. Debt settlement is a way to get out of debts without having to file bankruptcy. What it means in simple terms is that, for example, you owe a certain amount of money on a credit card or some kind of other debts, not student loan, okay? If you owe certain kind of debts, what we do, we negotiate with the bank or the collection agency and reduce it. For example, I'll give you an example. That's not really exact, but it's just an example. Let's say you owe $10,000, even $50,000 on a credit card. We might be able to negotiate it maybe to 10%. You pay, for example, $5,000 and a $50,000 and they write off the rest. I'm just saying may, okay? I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just using those numbers as an example, so don't come back to me and say, Shah, you said you're going to get 5,000, because it's a case-by-case basis and it's a power of negotiation. So we only know that is again how much we can get for you only when we start negotiating, and if you have some kind of hardship, we use that to your favor. And we can do that for credit cards. Sometimes when the house market is down, we do it a lot for second mortgages. We also do it for people who owe on to the collection agencies, or people who already have judgment against them. What you don't want to do is to have judgment a judgment against you. What a judgment against you does, for example, let's say you owe $10,000 on a credit card and you ignore it and you don't pay for it, what happens is that they will sue you. And once they sue you, then they will pile up a lot of charges on them, including attorney fees, etc. You might end up ending up to have to pay like $30,000. So what they do, if they win the judgment against you, because most of the time they will, then what they do, they have a right to record this judgment and then claim that, file another paper with a court and start claiming money from you, basically on all your assets. Like say, for example, you have a bank account, they can levy that bank account. If you have any property, they can put a lien on the property. And now, if you don't have all those two, they can also go ahead and ask your employer to charge on your paycheck stuff. So it's very important that you settle those, get rid of them, because suddenly you might find yourself getting denied credit or owing a huge sum of money for a small amount you borrowed. So be very careful on that. And if you need help, you can call us 510-742-5887. 510-742-5887. And going back now quickly to immigration before Amit comes in, I think we have 1 more minute, right? Michael, or 2 more minutes, let me know. I just wanted to kind of recap. It is very important that whenever you're traveling, you're coming back, after you enter, go online on the CBP website, make sure you check on your I-94, because I've seen many people, they think they have a long time to stay, and then suddenly they find themselves stuck, because that's not really the amount of time which is stipulated on the I-94. So make sure you check that. And now, if by mistake you forgot about that, give us a call. We'll guide you what we can do for you. We can do a consultation or something and guide you what to do. 510-742-5887. The other thing, of course, we had 2 callers on EB1 and 1 even our clients who got an approval. If you need to give us a call, you want to check on if you qualify for an EB1A or EB1B or EB1C, call us 510-742-5887. I wanted to thank you all, and again, Eid Mubarak to all. Thank you, Michael. And anything I'm telling you today is my opinion. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. And I think, Amit, you're there?
Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well, Amit. I'm doing well. Thank you so much. Eid Mubarak to all again, and I will see you guys next week, same time. And this show will be replaying at night on Friday night, which is early morning for Saturday, midnight. So please check it, and you can also check our page on youtube.com/Shah Peerally Law, where we put all those recorded shows. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Shah, and yes, hello to all. This is your Bay Area realtor and tax expert Amit Gambhir, and I'm back again with the update on real estate and tax and notary. And if you have any questions or queries, you can call me. Number to call me is 510-299-9361. Website gambhiramit.com. And for the tax information, you can check it out on yelp.com under business tax solutions for all the details and everything on that. On top of that, market actually is very stable right now. Rates have been really good. अगर आप सोच रहे हैं refinance वगैरह करवाने के लिए, I think it's the right time for you guys to move forward and do the refi and take out the equity, because equity is all-time high right now in the properties. But it's not increasing anymore like it used to. It's very stabilized around close to 1% to 2%, the max. That's where you will see. I mean, that's also on a certain areas that are like, the reason for the economic boom and everything in that case as well, where the big companies are situated. So if you guys are actually interested in looking forward to doing your investment and you're thinking about your first time home buy, agar aap brand new builders ke saath bhi working to find a brand new house, you can call us. We have some great relationship with some good construction companies as well all over the counties, so that way we can get you the best deal possible on that one as well. So number again is 510-299-9361. Website address is gambhiramit.com. On top of that, for the sellers, मैं यही बोलना चाहूँगा कि अगर आपको property बेचनी है, right now just a little bit cautious when you are putting the listing in the market. Don't be too aggressive on the pricing, because the main reason is कि अगर आप price के अंदर aggressive होते हैं, then please make sure that your listing actually is going to stay there for at least 60 to 90 days in the market. Because there are a lot more inventories in the market right now, so people have more options to buy in this particular situation, because the main thing is schools are off on some areas, and people are actually planning to downgrade or upgrade the properties at this particular moment. So if you're a buyer, you will market actually is going to change slowly but slowly. Offers are going to start coming up, and you might end up paying a little bit more than the offering price. But right now, that is not the situation. If you guys are in the market to buy, and you want a good negotiator, and you want something that you get based on your demand, not on the seller demand, you need a strong team to work with you on that one. And nowadays, the main trend actually, a lot of sellers, जब भी अगर आप sellers के पास जाते हैं अपनी demand लेके कि हमें ये property लेनी है, most of the trending point जो सा आजकल चल रहा है buyers की market के हिसाब से is that sellers want to make sure that most of the time everything has to be done from the same office, such as if the loan and the realtor are representing on the same office. It makes a big comfortable impact on them, and the offers tend to get approved 90% of the time in that case as well. So if you guys are interested to know more about those kind of details, like technical issues, that sometimes आपकी जो सी offers कई बार आपकी reject हो जाती हैं, उसका क्या reason है, why the offers are getting rejected? Because most of the time these are some of the issues that a lot of people don't know, that if your office actually is doing the loans, and the realtor from the office is also representing you guys, and the loan has been done from the same office too. That makes a big impact, because sellers feel more comfortable that it's going to be taken care of in the right time, because time is the essence. Time is the main thing that close the deals fast, because you have to get the deals done in 30 days. And if you don't pay attention to those kind of details, you will be getting your offer rejected most of the time in that case as well. So give me a call, talk to me. We can explain you guys more details on that one. Number is 510-299-9361. We have a couple of listings real fast I wanted to discuss with you as well. We actually have a very nice listing coming up in Mountain House, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, and it's a double-story house with a half bathroom downstairs, and with the backyard and everything, in a very nice school district, 10 out of 10 school district too. The price is going to be listed at $529,000. The property is getting ready right now with the wood floorings throughout the house, paint, and remodeled kitchen with the appliances, and all the stuff is going to be there. So if you want to know more about the detail, you can call me. Then I can help you guys out. फिर हमारे पास दो businesses हैं sale पे. अगर आप business के ऊपर invest करना चाहते हैं commercial पे, we have a Mexican restaurant for sale in Walnut Creek area. That is listed for only $130,000. $130,000 पे लिस्ट किया है बिजनेस को, और इसके अंदर आपकी जो सी इनकम आ रही है is around $8,000 a month after all your expenses and everything. So if you guys are looking to move, and this is in a very nice area of Walnut Creek, in downtown as well. So the foot traffic is really good. We have all the numbers and everything ready to go for you on that one as well. On top of that, we have a pizza restaurant for sale in San Jose. That is also giving the income of about $8,000 a month as well after expenses. And if you guys want to know more about the detail and the pricing, you can call me on that one too. फिर हमारे पास duplex है for sale पे in Richmond. That can give you a rental income of about $6,000 a month. And the price on that one is $530,000 का. So उसके अंदर आपकी investment है around $150K की, based on 25% down. So if you guys do want to know more about that, you can call me, and we can talk about that as well. Then we have a single family house in Richmond, 4-bedroom, 1 bath, listed for $450,000. That's another one of the best properties we have, and rent-wise, you can get around closer to $2,800 on that one easily for that particular property. So quite a few properties. We have a 2-bedroom a condo coming up for sale in San Jose for $515K, and that actually is in a nice location as well. Then we have a house in Tracy for sale as well. So quite a few listings coming up. If you guys are interested to know more about those details, call me. Number is 510-299-9361. और अगर आपको जैसे शाह पीराली ने अभी he talked about his debt settlement detail. अगर आपके पास कोई भी जजमेंट आती है या अगर आपके पास कोई क्रेडिट कार्ड के लोन्स हैं that are bothering you and it's messing up your credit and you want to get those things settled down, or अगर आपको कुछ पैसे upfront में नहीं देने उनको and you're like tired of paying the interest and everything on that, give them a call. उनका नंबर है 510-742-5887. उन्होंने काफी सारे मेरे क्लाइंट्स की भी हेल्प करी हुई है पहले भी, and they have done a good job on that as well, and they can definitely settle those for you without harming your credits and everything. So number to call them is 510-742-5887, because the main ingredient dealing here in US that you want to whether it's real estate, whether it's interest your credit cards and everything, your interest rate, your credit score has to be really really good. And if something comes up on your credit, it stays there as a record, and then it really really messes up most of the stuff and everything on that. So don't take any chances on those. Talk to an expert like us, as we are there to help you out, making you understand like how to put things together in the wise way, and then make the best decision for yourself in that case as well. So number for me to call is 510-299-9361. शाह पीराली का नंबर है 510-742-5887. टैक्स के लिए मैं आपको ये बोलना चाहूंगा कि अगर आपने एक्विटीज वगैरह लेनी है अपने मकान की, दोज आर टैक्स फ्री, सो प्लीज उसको यूटिलाइज कीजिए. यूज इट इन इन्वेस्टमेंट प्रॉपर्टीज एंड इट्स अ ग्रेट अपॉर्चुनिटी टू टेक केयर ऑफ दैट. ऑन टॉप ऑफ दैट, अगर आपको कॉर्पोरेशंस फॉर्म करनी है, यू आर थिंकिंग अबाउट फॉर्मिंग द कॉर्पोरेशंस, यू वांट टू डू बुक कीपिंग, अकाउंटिंग या पेरोल वगैरह रन करवाना है, आप उसके लिए भी मुझे कॉल कर सकते हैं. एंड माई प्राइसेस आर लाइक वेरी वेरी competitive. And plus, you will feel more comfortable working with us, because we have the in-depth knowledge of all 3 basic sectors that is running in the United States, which is IRS, real estate, loans, property management. So हमारे पास सारा कुछ available है in our office, so you will not have to run around anywhere. अगर आप हमारे पास आते हैं, आपका सारा काम एक ही जगह पे हो जाएगा. It is going to save you a lot of time. Plus, we are not those kind of part-time workers who gives money or the discounts to get the business just for one and done. Our thing is to make sure that you get the best deal possible, and the long-term relationship is created from our side on that. So number again is 510-299-9361, Shah Peerally 742-5887. Have a great day. We'll be back next week. Thank you.